Hello, dear young minds. Welcome to PhysicsPoint. Already, we have completed the chapter called Motion. I have given you in depth analysis in this chapter. Now, it is time for us to jump on to new chapter. The name of the chapter is Force and the Laws of Motion, and this is the first video, and you will receive this series of videos in the playlist whenever you want to visit any chapter. Whenever you want to learn any chapter, go into the playlist so that you keep on getting all these videos. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe to the channel. Whenever we do any work, whenever we post any video or any post, you will keep on getting about it, getting information about it. All right, so let's get started with this new chapter, Force and Laws of Motion. Take out your pen and notebook and start making notes. That is compulsory. Notes making is very important. In this video, we'll be talking about something called state of motion, mass or inertia, force, and Newton's first law of motion. We'll handle all these things step by step. All right. First of all, let us try to understand what is the meaning of a state of motion. All right, there is something called a state of motion, right? What is the meaning of state of motion? I mean, state means, you understand, no? Solid state, liquid state, gaseous state, like that, you understand, no? So similarly, state of motion means, I mean, what is happening with body? I mean, whether the body is at rest. Okay, if body is at rest, that is one state of motion, or body is at uniform motion. Body is at a uniform motion, so that is also one state of motion. Or a body is at a accelerated motion. Body is at a accelerated motion. Or a body is in a retardation. Body is at a retarding motion. It is at a retardation. Are you understanding my point? Like that, state of motion means explaining with respect to motion of the body, what is happening with the body, that is known as a state of motion. Don't think that state of motion means the body will be always moving. No, I mean, it can be at rest also, and it can be in uniform motion, accelerated motion, retarded motion. So all these are called as what? States of motion. All right, so I hope it is clear. Okay, now next one is mass or inertia. All right, so otherwise, let us see the force definition. Okay, force, before getting into mass or inertia, let us see the definition of force. Force means F. Okay, force means it is any quantity. It's a quantity which changes the state of motion of body, which changes the state of motion of a body. All right, state of motion of a body. This is a simple definition. Look at this definition. It's a quantity, that is for sure, which changes the state of motion of a body. State of motion means, for example, if a body is at rest. Now, for example, there is a body, there is a car which is at rest. Okay, which is at rest. Now, if you apply force, what will happen? The car will start to move. Okay, not necessarily you have to apply the force physically, with the help of all that accelerator and all. You are, by using petrol and diesel, you are going to apply that force, no? So it will start to move. All right, so this is the quantity which is going to change the state of motion. Already, for example, if a body is moving, already this car is moving, okay, with the speed 80 kilometer per hour. All right, now what is its state of motion? Its state of motion is motion with the speed 80 kilometer per hour. Now if you apply brakes, okay, if you apply the brakes, what will happen? The speed may reduce to 50 kilometer per hour, or it may come to rest also after 50, 40, 30, like that. It may come to 0 kilometer per hour also. All right, so state of motion is being changed with one quantity called force. Basically, the task of force is to change the state of motion. As we proceed into the video, into the playlist, or into this chapter, the force will have a different formula and all. For fundamental analysis, you can just take it as it's a quantity which changes the state of motion of a body. All right, so state of motion means what is happening with the body with respect to its motion, whether it is at rest, uniform motion, accelerated motion, retarding motion, or the body went crazy. All these things will be explained in a state of motion. and force means it's a quantity which is going to change the state of motion. Now let's have a look at this mass or inertia. All right, so what is the meaning of this mass or inertia? First of all, let me give you the definition for mass. Okay, so what is the meaning of mass? Mass means it's a very simple. It's the amount of substance. It is the amount of substance. It is the amount of substance available in a body. Available in a body is called its mass. All right, so mass means how much it is there, how many particles are there. For example, there is a body like this. In that there will be so many particles. Now look at this first particle, second particle, third, fourth, fifth, like that. How many particles will be there? There will be so many similar particles, no, not only on the periphery, inside also. Okay, there will be no gap. You learnt about all this in chemistry. Okay, matter in our surroundings and all. All right, so all these particles are there, no? There are so many particles are there. So take mass of all those particles and add them. So whatever you get, that is known as what? Mass of the body. All right, so that's quite clear. And mass of the body, it is going to remain constant throughout the universe. Okay, constant throughout the, wherever you go in the universe, constant throughout the universe. For example, you took this body. For example, this is a stone. Okay, you take this stone on earth, it will be having same mass. You take this stone on Mars. Okay, Mars. You take this stone on moon. You take this stone on sun. So everywhere mass remains the same. Mass remains same. Okay, mass is not going to change. There is another concept called weight. Okay, so weight is represented by W. So this weight concept will come into picture in the chapter gravitation. I will explain there. Okay, before that also, in this chapter also we can discuss, there is no doubt in that. So weight means it is kind of a force. Okay, this is not our discussion right now, so let's keep it pending. What is the meaning of weight? There is a difference between mass and weight. Okay, so mass means it remains constant. Weight means it do not remain constant throughout the universe. It keeps on changing. Okay, we'll keep this pending. So for timing, let us not discuss this weight. And when we get into that weight concept and all, I will explain you. Okay, so mass means it is the amount of substance available in a body. All right. Now, what is this inertia? Okay, already I have drawn some diagrams and all here. Inertia means, let me give you the definition first so that I can explain you. Inertia means it is the inherent property of a body. It is inherent property. Inherent means already it is there. Okay, inheritance, heredity, you say, no? So like that, it is already there in the body. It is inherent property of a body due to which due to which due to which it resists the change in state of motion. Okay, this is very simple definition. There can be other definitions also. All right, so it is the inherent property of a body due to which it resists the change in state of motion, that is known as inertia. That means it don't want to change its state of motion. Whichever state of motion it is there, no, it want to continue. Okay, let me give you a simple example. For example, I will come to this example also. You are moving in a car, for example. Okay, you are moving in a car. You are moving with the speed, let us take 100 km per hour. All right, you are moving like this, and you come to this point and you want to apply brakes. For example, if you apply the brakes here at this point, if you apply the brakes here, do you think the car is going to stop here immediately? No. This car will come forward, no? So for some more distance, the car will come forward. It will cover some distance. Okay, it will cover some distance, then it will stop. Okay, here there is no space, that's why I have shown this distance continuously. So it will cover some distance, then it will come to stop. Correct, no? Why it has covered this extra distance? Why? What is the reason? Because already it was moving with the speed 100 km per hour. So what was its state of motion? State of motion was with the speed 100 km per hour. Immediately if you are applying the brakes, means it will not come to rest. Okay, it will resist to come to rest. It will resist to come to rest. It will resist to come to rest. All right, so it don't want to come to rest immediately. So anyhow it will come to rest, it will stop and it will come to rest, that is there, but it is resisting. That's why it is covering some distance. Look here, it is covering some distance. Why? It is happening due to inertia. All right, so inertia means it is an inherent property of a body due to which it resists the change in state of motion. All right, let me give you one more example. Already the car is standing here. Okay, so I mean it is at rest now. So if you want to move it, will it move immediately on its own? No, right? You have to push it. Okay, you have to push it with some force. So if you push it immediately, will it move? No, it resists. No, it don't want to change the state of rest. It don't want to come into motion. It don't want to come immediately. All right, so if you apply more force, what will happen? I mean, slowly it will start to move. No, it will start to move. All right, are you getting my point? It will start to move, it will come into motion. Now I mean this resistance was there, no? So whatever this resistance is there, that is only known as what? Inertia. I hope you are understanding. For example, let me give you one more example. There is a truck. Okay, there is a truck, already it is moving, for example. Already it start to move. Now is it easy for you to stop it? No, right? It will become very difficult for you to stop it. Why? Because already it is in motion, and if you want to stop it, it won't stop. Why? Because of inertia, it becomes very difficult to stop this truck. All right, already the truck is there and truck is at rest, for example. Now is it easy to move this? No, it is also difficult for you to move this. No, why it is difficult for you to move this? Because it is having huge inertia. This truck is having more inertia. All right, so it is at rest. No, so it don't want to change its state of rest, it don't want to come into motion. All right, so if you apply more force, it will come, that is for sure, but it will resist. No, whether body is at rest or whether it is in motion, it don't want to change. If it is at rest, it wants to remain at rest only, and if it is in motion, it want to remain in motion only. So this property is called as what? This property is called as inertia. All right, it is the inherent property of a body due to which it resists the change in state of motion. Change in state of motion means if it is at rest, it wants to remain at rest only, and if it is in a uniform motion, it want to continue in uniform motion only. If it is there in accelerated motion, it will continue in accelerated motion only. I mean, however the body is there, no, in which kind of motion is there, in which state of motion is there, it want to continue that only, and it don't want to change that. To change that, it will give some resistance. That resistance itself is known as what? Inertia. All right, so last time I am reading this definition for you. This is the last time. It is the inherent property of a body due to which it resists the change in state of motion. Resist the change in state of motion means it don't want to change in its state of motion, bring change in its state of motion. That is called as inertia. There are some examples explained here. Look here, so it will become quite clear here. Now this is a glass. Okay, so this is a glass filled with water, and this is a cardboard. Okay, some cardboard is placed here, and on that there is a coin like this. Okay, there is a coin kept here. For example, suddenly if you give a jerk to this cardboard, what will happen? This cardboard will move forward, that is there, because you are applying force. But how about this coin? So observe this coin. So whatever this coin is there, no, this coin is having some mass. All right, so whatever this coin is there, so it is having some mass. Mass means inertia. Mass and inertia both are same things. Okay, it is having some inertia. Now as it was at rest, it want to be there in rest only, it don't want to go forward. So that's why this whatever this cardboard is there, no, so this cardboard has went forward, but this coin, due to inertia, okay, it is at rest, no, so due to inertia it want to remain at rest only. So that's why this coin remains there only, and it falls into the glass. All right, so this is called as what? This is called as inertia of rest. What is this? Inertia of rest, because already the body was in rest only, and it want to remain at rest only. Okay, don't want to move due to its inertia or due to its mass. So this is known as inertia of rest. All right, so let me give you one more example here so that it becomes quite clear. For example, this bus was at rest. Okay, this bus was at rest initially. Okay, initially I'm writing here, initially this bus was at rest. Now what happened, this bus started suddenly the bus started to move, suddenly the bus started to move in the forward direction. What will happen, tell me? Don't you think you will fall backward? You'll fall backward, no? So why you are I mean you will fall backward, why it is happening? The reason for this is also inertia. Let me explain. Now for example, whenever the bus was initially at rest, no, so your body is also at rest. I mean it is standing. Okay, it is standing here, it is at rest, it is inside the bus. All right, so here is the driver seat and all, so everything is there. So this is the compartment. All right, so you are standing here and you are at rest. You are at rest now, your body has become adjusted to be at rest. Now suddenly the bus moves forward, means I mean it is moving forward, means what it is asking, it is asking other passengers also to adjust to move forward, no? But body has some mass, it don't want to move forward. It will say I am at rest, I have some inertia, so I will remain backward only. So that's why whatever this person is there, he will fall backward. Look at this, what I'm trying to say. See, body is at rest, bus was also at rest. Okay, so both were comfortable. Now body has got adjusted to be at rest. Now if the bus moves forward suddenly, means the body will not adjust. The body will say, I was at rest, so I want to remain at rest only, I don't want to come forward. So that's why body will be falling backward. And after some time the body will get adjusted and you will sit properly. That is there. Okay, just imagine yourself sitting on a bike. Okay, so you are sitting on a bike. All right, so you are sitting comfortably. If suddenly a person who is riding the bike, if he suddenly starts the bike, don't you think you will fall backward? Why you will fall backward? No, why you are falling backward? Because of inertia of your body. It was at rest, it want to remain at rest only, it no, don't want to go forward. All right, so it will say, I was at rest, I want to be there only. And after some time you'll get adjusted to that. All right, I hope you are understanding. Let me give you some more examples. Okay, look here. For example, you are driving a car, suddenly you applied brakes. Suddenly you applied brakes, and do you you have observed this, you come forward like this. That's why this seat belt is there to protect you. Why it is happening here? When you are moving in the car, already you are moving. Okay, already you are in motion, you are not at rest. So your body has adjusted to move forward only. Okay, so along with whatever this car is there, so along with that your body is also adjusted in moving forward. Now if you're applying brakes, means if you're applying brakes means you are bringing the car to rest. You are trying to bring this car to rest. So but your car will also take some time, it will also move forward for some distance due to inertia. But your body, what it says, your body will say, already I have adjusted to move forward only, I don't want to be at rest. So that's why your body will move forward. Look at this, same is the case here. Okay, in the bus, here it is given, the bus stops suddenly, the passenger jerk forward. Why? Because this bus was moving straight. All right, it was moving straight like this. Here it was moving, and the passengers also got adjusted to move forward only. Look at this, they were also adjusted to move forward. All right, what happens now? Immediately brakes are applied. Brakes are applied means the bus will stop, no? So brakes are applied means the bus will stop, so everybody will come to rest. So their bodies are there, no, they are adjusted to move forward, they don't want to come to rest position. So their bodies want to continue their motion in the forward direction only, so that's why they come forward. All right, they don't want to change that state of motion. So whatever their state of motion, that motion is there, no, they are already moving forward, they don't want to change that. Their bodies are adjusted to move forward only. Now, brakes are applied means immediately if they want to come to rest, means it is not possible. They have some mass, so that's why they will move forward a little bit. All right, in accidents and all, this is what happens whenever brakes are applied, no, so people go and hit the seats in front of them, they injure themselves. All right, so there can be so many examples. Let me give you one more example here. And this person is very far away from the bus, but anyway we can just think that this person is getting down from the bus. already this bus is there. For example, this bus is there, this is moving bus, okay? So now if he wants to get out of this bus means, now immediately if he gets out means he will fall, no? He will fall forward. Okay, so why he will fall forward? Look at this, already this bus is there in motion in this direction. I mean, maybe I'm thinking like the bus is in this direction, okay? The bus is moving in this direction, even though it is reverse, so it is moving in this direction. Now he is jumping out of the bus like this means, I mean, already the motion is adjusted in this way. Look here, so motion is adjusted in this way. Now if he jumps out means his body has adjusted to move in this direction, no? That's why he will fall forward. Now to avoid that, what he has to do, he has to run for some distance, so that he don't fall. Run for some distance, so that he do not fall forward. He do not fall forward, so that his body will get adjusted, and again he will manage his balance, and he will go to his destination. Are you understanding this? This bus was already moving in this direction, whichever direction I have shown. So the bus is moving here. Now this person is jumping out of the bus means he has to run forward to avoid falling, because if he do not run forward means he will fall forward. He has to run a little bit distance to maintain his inertia and to maintain his balance, otherwise he will fall forward. All right, is it clear? So inertia means mass. More mass is there means definitely more inertia will be there. Okay, more inertia. So it is very easy to stop a cycle, easy to stop a cycle. Okay, but it is difficult, very difficult. It's very difficult to stop a train. Why? Because easy to stop a cycle, because this cycle has less inertia. It is having less inertia. That's why it becomes easy for us to stop the cycle. Very difficult to stop a train, because it is having more inertia. That's why brakes are applied to the train when the station is very far away only. Why? Because it is having more inertia, more mass or more inertia. That's why trains they will be applying brakes at a very far away distance, so that it comes to rest in the station. All right, for example, a car is moving forward like this. A car is moving forward with speed 20 meter per second, for example, and there is a truck, okay, so which is also moving forward with the speed 20 meter per second. Now here two people are standing here with same power, for example. Which one is easy to stop? Both are difficult, I know that. This is comparatively easy, right? So this is easy task, and stopping the truck is difficult task. Why? Because this truck, whatever this truck is there, it is having more inertia. All right, so this truck is there, no? So this is having more inertia, so that's why bringing it to rest, it's very difficult task. But this car is there, no? This is having less inertia compared to truck, so that's why compared to this truck, we can easily bring this car into rest. All right, so that's why more mass means more inertia, less mass is less inertia. All right, so I hope I made the concept of inertia quite clear in this video with many examples. So the main motto of this video is you need to understand what is the meaning of state of motion. You need to understand that, and you got to know that state of motion means it can be at rest, uniform motion, accelerated motion, deaccelerated motion, or retarded motion. That is state of motion. And you understood the meaning of mass or inertia. Mass means amount of substance that is there, and inertia means it is an inherent property of a body due to which the body resists in state of motion. Body resists in change of state of motion. Look at this, I have written here, inertia resists the change in state of motion. If it is there in rest, it want to remain at rest only, and if it is there in uniform motion, it want to continue in uniform motion only. It don't want to change that property itself is known as what? Inertia. Then force means it's a quantity which brings a change in state of motion of the body. All right, it is going to make the body at rest to move, or already the body is in motion, it will bring that body in motion to rest, all those kind of things. And Newton's first law of motion, it is same as that of inertia. This Newton's first law of motion is also known as law of inertia. Already the video has reached 25 minutes, so I don't want to make this more than 25 minutes. So that's why, so this Newton's first law of motion, whatever it is there, it will be explained in the next class, and some other ideas will also be put forward in the next video. All right, and if you're liking this video, like them, comment on them, and share those videos with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because it is your subscription which gives us a lot of motivation to shoot all these videos. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and bye bye.